You are about to discover what 97% of men only realize when it's already too late. Too late to save the relationship. Too late to regain her respect. Too late to understand why she simply vanished from your life. Pay close attention now, because what I'm about to reveal to you is like a building. Most men spend their entire lives decorating the facade, buying expensive cars, gym-honed physiques, designer clothes. But women are only loyal to the invisible, unshakable foundation that supports everything. Do you think you know what keeps a woman by your side? Let me tell you a truth that few apply. You can be the best-looking guy at the party, with the biggest bank account, the flashiest car. But if you don't have what I'm about to show you, she will leave. She always leaves. And you'll be left there, confused, wondering where you went wrong. You know what the worst part is? You'll blame her. You'll say women are gold diggers, superficial, fickle. But the truth is, you never understood the game. You were playing checkers while life is chess. Want to know how many men waste years investing in superficial relationships? Practically all of them. They focus on material possessions, appearances, social status. And then they're surprised when loyalty disappears as soon as the next best offer comes along. The frustration of feeling used or replaced is a pain I know well. I've seen it happen to friends, clients, maybe even to you. This pain erodes your self-confidence. It makes you give up on seeking genuine, lasting connections. But what if I told you there's an ultra-rare secret that changes everything? After 8 years dedicated to unraveling the psychology of female attraction and loyalty, after mentoring hundreds of men, I've compiled what truly works. It's not internet theory. It's not generic coach talk. It's pure, distilled, tested observation. Are you ready for the truth? Women are only loyal to one thing, one single thing. And no, it's not money, it's not beauty, it's not status. It's something much deeper, something almost no one notices until it's too late. They are loyal to unwavering value. Now, before you close this video thinking it's just another vague concept, stop, breathe, because I'm going to show you exactly what that means and how you can start building that value today, right now, this very moment. Have you ever noticed how some women stay with guys who seemingly have nothing special, no money, no muscles, no imported car, and yet they are completely devoted to them? It's because those guys understood the code. I'm now going to present the 5 fundamental pillars that make up unwavering value. Pay attention, because each one of them is a piece of the puzzle. Lose one, and the whole picture crumbles. First pillar, unshakable, authentic confidence. I'm not talking about arrogance. I'm not talking about pretending you're the king of the world. I'm talking about a confidence that comes from within, that doesn't need external validation to exist. It's like an internal radar that guides you regardless of what others think. You know that feeling when you walk into a room and feel like you belong there? Not because someone told you so, but because you know who you are, you know your worth, you understand your unique contribution to the world. That is authentic confidence. Studies show that women can detect insecurity in seconds. It's biological. It's instinctive. They have been programmed by evolution to seek partners who can protect and provide, not necessarily in material terms, but emotionally and psychologically. When you have this unwavering confidence, you don't need to prove anything. You don't need to compete. You don't need to diminish other men to feel bigger. You simply are. Can you feel the difference? Second pillar, clear and inspiring purpose. A man without purpose is like a boat without a rudder. It goes wherever the wind takes it. And women are not loyal to drifting boats. They want to be with someone who knows where they're going, even if the destination is simple. Your purpose doesn't have to be saving the world. It could be building the best restaurant in your city. It could be raising your children to be incredible people. It could be mastering a specific art or skill. What matters is that you wake up every day with a reason, a mission. Something bigger than yourself, bigger than the relationship, bigger than any woman. Remember that feeling of being lost, without direction. That's exactly what kills female attraction. When you don't know where you're going, how can she trust following you? Women want to be part of an epic story, not be the whole story. When your purpose is clear, she becomes your partner on the journey, not the final destination. And paradoxically, that's what keeps her interested and loyal. Does that make sense to you? Third pillar, radical authenticity. Wake up, man. You've spent years trying to be who you thought women wanted. The bad boy, the nice guy, the successful businessman. But none of those masks worked, did they? Radical authenticity means being exactly who you are, without apologizing. It means expressing your opinions, even when they're not popular. It means having your own interests, hobbies, passions, even if she doesn't share them. Do you know the problem with wearing masks? They always fall off. Always. It might take a week, a month, a year. But eventually, the truth comes out. And when she discovers you're not who you pretended to be, loyalty evaporates like water in the desert. Think with me. How many times have you changed your personality to please a woman? How many times have you said yes when you wanted to say no? How many times have you hidden your true opinions for fear of creating conflict? Every time you do that, you're building a house of cards. Impressive on the outside, but one gust of wind and everything crumbles. Women respect men who know who they are, who have strong opinions, who don't change colors like a chameleon depending on who's around. That's rare nowadays, ultra rare in fact. Are you starting to see the pattern? Fourth pillar, clear, non-negotiable boundaries. Pay attention now because this is crucial. A man without boundaries is a man without value. Is that hard to hear? Good. It means you need to listen. Boundaries are not walls. They are doors with locks. And you decide who has the key. When you don't have clear boundaries, you become a doormat. And no one is loyal to a doormat. You know that guy who accepts everything? Who never says no? Who is always available? Who forgives everything? That guy is disposable. Because if you don't value yourself, why should she value you? Establishing boundaries means saying no when something violates your principles. It means having standards and maintaining them, even when it means losing opportunities or people. It means choosing temporary solitude over toxic company. I guarantee you one thing. The moment you establish clear boundaries, something magical happens. People start to respect you more, including, and especially, women. They constantly test your boundaries, not out of malice, but to check if you're real. If you give in on everything, you fail the test. If you maintain your standards, you pass with flying colors. Can you see how this changes everything? Fifth pillar, constant value addition. Now comes the part almost no one notices. Value addition isn't about money. It's not about gifts. It's about how you enrich her life simply by being present. Do you bring lightness when she's stressed? Do you bring perspective when she's confused? Do you bring adventure when she's bored? Do you bring stability when she's chaotic? Value addition is about complementing, not competing. It's about being the missing element in her life, not another burden to carry. Think about the last time you truly added value to someone's life. Not with material things, but with your presence, your energy, your unique perspective. What was that person's reaction? Women are naturally loyal to men who consistently improve their lives. Not occasionally, not when it's convenient, but as a habit, a second nature. This means always growing, always learning, always evolving, because when you stop growing, you stop adding value. And when you stop adding value, loyalty begins to wither. Do you see the connection between all these pillars? Now let me tell you about the Carvo framework. It's the practical application of these 5 pillars, a system you can start implementing today. C for confidence. Not the fake confidence of someone who drinks 3 beers and thinks he's the king of the world. Real confidence, built on competence and self-knowledge. A for authenticity, being yourself intensely, without asking permission or apologizing. R for self-respect. If you don't respect yourself, no one else will. It's simple math. V for value added. Always contributing, always improving, always evolving. O for life's purpose. Your compass, your mission, your reason for being that transcends any relationship. You might be thinking now, but what if I'm not rich or handsome enough? Women only care about that, right? Stop, breathe, listen. Beauty and money are bait. They attract initial attention like a shop window. But what keeps the customer in the store is the quality of the product. And the product is you, your character, your essence. I know broke guys who have incredible women completely devoted to them. I know millionaires who can't keep a woman for more than 3 months. The difference? The former have unwavering value. The latter just have paper. Remember, we're talking about loyalty, not superficial attraction. Superficial attraction anyone can buy. Loyalty is earned, built, maintained through who you are when no one is looking. Do you want to know what truly separates the 3% who understand this from the 97% who find out too late? The 3% realize that building unwavering value isn't about impressing women. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. Loyal women are a consequence, not the goal. When you focus on building these 5 pillars, something extraordinary happens. You stop chasing. You stop begging for attention. You stop desperate for validation. And do you know what happens when you stop chasing? They start to notice. They start to approach. They start to want to be part of your journey. It's like a dance. When you try to force the steps, everything becomes uncoordinated. When you simply flow with the music of your own authenticity, the right partner naturally synchronizes. Now, I'm going to tell you something few men are ready to hear. The biggest threat to female loyalty isn't another man. It's not his looks, his money, his status. The biggest threat is yourself when you stop growing. Women are biologically programmed to seek security and growth. When you offer both, loyalty is natural. When you offer only one, she becomes divided. When you offer neither, she leaves. Security isn't just financial. It's emotional, psychological, physical. It's knowing that you are a rock in the midst of chaos, that your emotions aren't a roller coaster, that your word carries weight. Growth isn't just professional. It's personal, intellectual, spiritual. It's always being one step ahead of who you were yesterday. It's having new stories to tell, new perspectives to share. Are you following the reasoning? Let me give you a practical example. Imagine a romantic dinner at a sophisticated restaurant, low lights, soft music playing in the background. She looks into your eyes, but it's not a look of admiration for your wallet or your car parked outside. It's a different look. A sparkle that reveals a deep sense of security and connection. She feels genuinely seen and valued for who you are, not for what you have. That look, my friend, is loyalty in its purest form. Now contrast that with the empty gaze of someone counting the minutes to leave, of someone who is there out of convenience, for lack of a better option, out of fear of being alone. You know that look, don't you? The difference between the two looks is unwavering value. Pay attention because I'm now going to give you a practical roadmap to start building that value today. First, take an honest inventory of yourself. What masks are you wearing? What lies are you telling yourself? What fears are you hiding? Second, define your purpose. It doesn't have to be grand. It needs to be true. What makes you get out of bed with energy? What gives you meaning beyond seeking female approval? Third, establish 3 non-negotiable boundaries. They can be simple. I don't tolerate disrespect. I won't give up my personal growth time. I won't compromise my values for anyone. Fourth, identify 3 ways to add value that don't involve money. It could be humor, knowledge, emotional stability, adventure, creativity. What do you offer that is unique? Fifth, commit to daily growth. Read 10 pages a day. Exercise. Learn a new skill. Small steps, massive consistency. Does it seem too simple? It's because it is simple. But simple doesn't mean easy. Most men complicate things because complicated gives an excuse not to act. Simple demands action, and action demands courage. You know the tragedy of the 97% who find out too late. They spend their entire lives looking for the secret in the wrong places. Gyms, bank accounts, closets, garages. The secret was always in the mirror, in the person you choose to be when no one is looking, in the decisions you make when you're alone, in the standards you maintain when it would be easy to give in. Remember this: female loyalty is not a right. It's a consequence of you becoming the kind of man worth being loyal to. And here's the part no one tells you. When you build unwavering value, it's not just her loyalty you gain. You gain something much more valuable: self-respect. You stop begging for crumbs of attention. You stop accepting disrespectful behaviors. You stop settling for less than you deserve. because now you know your worth. And that knowledge is power. Women feel it. It's like an invisible magnetism. They are attracted to men who don't need them, but choose to be with them. Men who are complete on their own, but become even better in partnership. Does that make sense to you? Now I'm going to reveal the last secret, the most important of all. Everything I've taught you here won't work if it's fake, if it's a strategy to get women, if it's manipulation disguised as personal development. It has to be real. It has to come from a genuine desire to become better. Not for them, for you. Because when it's real, it doesn't take effort to maintain. It's simply who you are. Women have an authenticity detector that would make any lie detector look like a toy. They know when you're faking. They always know. They might not say it, but they know. And when they discover it's all an act, loyalty doesn't just disappear, it turns into contempt. And there's no coming back from contempt, so the choice is yours. You can continue decorating the facade, buying things to impress, wearing masks to please. You can continue being part of the 97% who find out too late. Or you can start today to build the foundation, stone by stone, day after day, without haste, but without pause. I guarantee you one thing. The man you will become in the process is worth more than any female loyalty, because that man doesn't depend on external validation to know his worth. That man doesn't panic when a relationship ends. He doesn't beg for a second chance. He doesn't lose his identity in another person. That man understands that true loyalty is a two-way street. He offers it because he chooses to, not because he needs to. And he attracts women who think the same way. Are you ready to become that man? Time is passing. Every day you postpone this transformation is one more day living a life that isn't truly yours. One more day wearing masks. One more day begging for crumbs of attention. Don't wait to be part of the 97% who look back with regret, who wonder how they could have been so blind, who realize too late that they were playing the wrong game. This is an inconvenient but liberating truth. Few men dare to confront it. Most prefer the comfort of illusion to the pain of growth. But you're not most men, are you? If you were, you wouldn't have made it this far. You wouldn't have paid attention to every word. You wouldn't be feeling this discomfort in your chest that is the call to change. That discomfort is good. It's a sign that something within you knows you deserve more, that you can be more, that you're tired of living below your potential. Now, before you leave here and go back to your routine, let me ask you a question. What are you going to do with this information? Are you going to let it die in some corner of your mind? Or are you going to act? Because knowledge without action is just entertainment. And you didn't watch this far to be entertained. You want change. You need change. So here is my challenge to you. Choose one pillar. Just one. The one that resonated most with you. And work on it for the next 30 days. No excuses, no shortcuts, no days off. If it's confidence, practice one small, courageous action a day. If it's purpose, dedicate 30 minutes daily to clarifying your mission. If it's authenticity, start by speaking one difficult truth a day. Small actions, massive consistency. That's how transformations happen. And when you start to see the results, and you will see them, remember where you started. Remember this moment. Remember when you decided to stop decorating the facade and start building the foundation. Because that's the moment that separates the men from the boys. The 3% from the 97%. Those who build from those who only dream. The female loyalty you seek is just a byproduct. The real prize is the man you will become in the process. A man of unwavering value. A man to whom not only women are loyal, but to whom you yourself can be loyal. Because in the end, the most important loyalty is the one you have to yourself. When you stop betraying your values, your women stop betraying you. When you stop abandoning your dreams, they stop abandoning you. When you become loyal to yourself, you naturally attract loyalty. It's a law of the universe. Like attracts like. Value attracts value. Loyalty attracts loyalty. But it all starts with you. It always has. It always will. So, what's it going to be? Are you going to keep looking for loyalty in the wrong places? Or are you finally going to build the only place where it truly resides? The choice is yours. It always has been. If this video has opened your eyes to a new reality, if it has stirred something within you, if it has given you hope that there is a better way, then my mission here is complete. But your mission is just beginning. Like this video now, before you forget. Subscribe to the channel for more truths that will transform your journey. Share it with that friend who needs to hear this. Do it now, while the energy is still high. Because tomorrow, you might forget. Tomorrow, the masks might feel comfortable again. Tomorrow, the facade might seem easier than the foundation. But today, now, in this moment, you know the truth. You know what you need to do. You know you deserve more. Remember the building. Remember the invisible, unshakable foundation. Remember that women are only loyal to that. And most importantly, remember that you have everything you need to build that foundation. Not tomorrow, not next year, now. The clock is ticking. The 97% are waiting for you to join them in regret. Or you can choose a different path. The path of the 3%. The path of unwavering value. The path of true loyalty. The choice is yours. It always has been.